travelers, today we're in Puerto Vallarta and we're gonna watch some dolphins with Eduardo and Wildlife Connection. He's a business manager and he's gonna explain what he usually does during the over 15 years I think of work he's had or more. So Eduardo, what do you do over here?
Well, what we do is we're working with dolphins. Basically, Wildlife Connection was created to support the research programs with whales and dolphins. And now we have the opportunity to share that with the tourism through those tours. One is the Dolphins in the Wild tour. And the idea is to go and find the dolphins in the ocean and swim with them over there.
What should we expect to find?
Well, we always guarantee to find dolphins, and I think that we're the only company in the world who can guarantee 100% we're going to see dolphins. Of course, what they can do, it's all the story. It depends on them all the time. As I tell the tourists all the time, I'm not in charge of the tour in this company, in this tour in particular, the dolphin tour. The dolphins are in charge. That's the difference between us and the dolphinarium. Because in dolphinariums, trainers they whistle and they do, but in here, all I can do is to find the dolphins, to give you directions to do it in the right way. When you jump in the water with them to be safe, you and them. But whether I can do, well, depends on the dolphins all the time.
A few minutes ago you were telling me of a few dangers that most people don't know about, and it's because of that that we should actually, us and nobody should touch the dolphins.
Well, yes, we don't give the opportunity to touch them. First, because they're not pets, those are wild dolphins, and two things could happen if you touch them. One, they can just move away, and we don't want that because we want to swim with them. Or the second one, they can decide to play with you, and sometimes when they play, they can push you, and with the force these animals have, they can break your ribs very easy. We don't touch them. Other thing is, they can have some diseases, and if they have it, you can get it. Because they're mammals just like us, and that's why we don't touch them. But other thing very important to take on mind is to respect the nature. I don't know, this is gonna sound a little bit cruel, but you remember Steve Irwin.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Irwin, he was touching everything in the world. Everything. Crocodiles, dolphins, whatever. Now he's dead. It is not a good idea to do that on the wild. We have to respect the nature, enjoy it, and not be afraid of that, but respect it. That's the idea.
And finally, how far up into the ocean do you think we'll find them? How deep? Or
well, our research gives us the opportunity to know about the distribution of the dolphins on the bay. Then we know at least we have 3 groups of dolphins living permanently on the bay. Those are residents. We're working basically with one of the groups, and the territory of that group, they're around 40 miles of shoreline. Then we don't go very far on a very deep ocean. We don't go to open waters. We're still all the time inside the bay. But depends on them where they are. They can be very close to here, Marina Vallarta, just a few minutes, or it's going to take us more than an hour if they're at the end of the territory.
okay, well, thank you very much. We'll be off soon.
Okay.
Eduardo told me that to get the dolphins' attention, I should swim towards them and then dive underwater. I will have to hold my breath and become one of them if only for a few seconds. I did not achieve this the first time, the second, or the third, and each time I would have to swim back to the boat would have to overtake the dolphins, and I would jump in again and dive. Eventually, I succeeded, and despite the great show, I was not able to film it because the water was not transparent enough. The tour lasts about 3 hours, and I have to say that time did go by pretty fast. During the filming of this show, we lost one of the cameras because water entered the case. But still, not only were we able to film the dolphins, but the incredible views of Bahía de Banderas in Puerto Vallarta, a medium-sized town in Mexico's Pacific coast. So the tour is over now. This has been a fantastic experience. I mean, we've hit the bottlenose dolphins about, what, less than a feet away. And we've certainly enjoyed our time. So thank you, Eduardo, very much. Splendid tour.
Waiting for everybody to show them the same.
Highly recommended. It's been a one-in-a-lifetime experience. And thanks to Tessa, he's a captain back there too. Until next time, happy travels.
Cheers.